For the 2019 World Lacrosse Men's Indoor World Championships. Tonight's semifinal game features Canada and England. Now let's meet the teams. First, Canada. The goaltenders, number 30, Mike Poulin. And number 45, Dylan Ward. Number 2, Matt Beers. Number 4, Graham Hossack. Number 8, Kyle Rubish. Number 10, Jake Withers. 16, Chris Woodhill. Number 17, Curtis Dixon. Number 18, Robert Hope. Number 22, Jason Noble. 23, Steve Priolo. Number 32, Shane Jackson. 37, Dan Coates. Number 42, Mark Matthews. And number 44, Dane Dobie. Number 55, Brian Cole. 68, Shellen Rogers. Number 90, Ben McIntosh. 91, Robert Church. And number 92, Dane Smith. Head coaches Glenn Clark, assistant coaches Pat Coyle, Mike Hazen, and Kurt Molosky. Once again, welcome Canada. And now tonight's lineup for England. The goaltenders, number 89, Elliot Hugh. And number 92, Frank Chiliano. 2, Caius Jeffries. Number 9, Jamie Sutton. 13, Tyson Rowe. Number 15, Will Walker. 16, Chris Weiner. Number 17, that's Nate Clare. 22, Brendan Smith. 24, Ben Colville. Number 25, Caleb Huber. 29, Tony Joseph. 36, Matt Tatton. And number 40, Will Ulsa. Number 48, Albert Whitehead. 49 is Dan Eckersall. 51, Tom Roach. 88, Gavin Abramson. Number 93, Sam Clare. And number 97, Lyndon Murillo. Head coach Walt Christensen, assistant coaches Jordan Sunder, Dan Perot, and Andy Downing. Once again, welcome England. The officials for this semifinal game, Lee Bryan, Martin Toolman, Justin Kidoshiba, and Ryan Wilson. Now at this time, we ask you all to please rise and remove your hats for the national anthems. First, the national anthem of Canada. Please remain standing for the national anthem of England.
Center. It's day 8 of the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. We are live in Langley, British Columbia. Glad you can join us here on TFSC TV and the Lac Sports Network. I am Brandon Astle alongside Jake Elliott. Semi-final Thursday continues. Jake, we just saw the Iroquois punch their ticket to the final. We'll see who's going to join them Saturday night with a rematch from the round robin. Team Canada up against Team England.
Heck of a game in the first semifinal between Team USA and Iroquois. The Nationals get by the Stars and Stripes by 2, 9-7 the final in that one. I'm not sure this one will be as close here for the four-time defending champions and the Three Lions of England, but we know one thing for sure. England is going to stay in the blue division as they've made their way into the semifinal. And Canada looking to make it 5 in a row as they'll take on Team England in their whites, Canada in the reds here tonight as Chiliano and Mike Poulin, your starting goaltenders.
Referees, the head refs, Lee Bryan, alongside Justin Kidashima, Martin Kuhlman, Ryan Wilson, the standby official. Scratches for both teams. Out for Canada, Christian Del Bianco, Eli McLaughlin, Zach Currier, and sitting for England, Matt Marsh, Dave Clooney, Dom Fitzgerald.
James are at center, blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse.
Canada with possession. Withers with a one-hander in the zone already for Rogers. A diving effort denied by Chiliano. Boy, how good has Chiliano been these last couple games. He started this tournament 0-4, but these last two games he's only allowed just 10 goals on 100 shots.
Here comes Tyson Rowe.
Shoots and he scores! Tyson Rowe stays red hot. Who had England having a lead early against Canada?
Well, if they're going to have a lead, Brandon, it may be early, and I don't know if they're going to be able to hang on to it or not, but Tyson Rowe, all 6-10 of them, getting England off to a good start here. And for Frank Chiliano, I would dare say, Brandon, not to take anything away from the rest of the club, but if not for Frankie Chiliano, there's no way they get past Israel.
Yeah, he was spectacular in that game last night. Close affair. 2-goal win, 1 into an empty net. The winning goal coming from St. Clair in the dying minutes. And Chiliano already with a big stop. A few seconds into this game on Challen Rogers. Save at one and a goal at the other. Tyson Rowe has scored in every game except the last one against Israel, so he's making up for lost time. England ahead 1-0, and now a steal. Brandon Smith going to run the floor against Mark Matthews. Here's Smith with a shot and a goal! 2 goals in 50 seconds for England. This one coming out of the stick of Brandon Smith. All right.
Break up the English here, Brandon Hustle. My goodness, 2 shots, 2 goals. 2 in transition, 2 from 2 BC boys. First row, now Smith, and it's 2-0 England over Team Canada here. And the Langley Event Center, including the broadcast booth, a little stunned.
A dream start for the English. How long will it last? Unassisted goal for Smith. That's his second of the tournament.
Well, one thing I know, Mike Poulin, a veteran goaltender, and not going to be, and probably not the first time he's let the 2 first shots get by him. He's not going to get rattled.
Canada looking again on the board. A low roller from Church. Stopped by Chiliano. 2 shots, 2 saves for Frankie. Canada won the matchup on Friday over England 18-5. Here's Bunio. He scored a goal in every game in this tournament.
He's played really well here for the English.
Sam Clare controlling behind the net of Poulin. And it's going to be an errant pass that comes all the way down to Chiliano, so it's over and back. So it's Poulin Jake who took over in the second half against the Iroquois game.
Yeah, but I don't know if he took over, Brandon. I think that was a split start scheduled by the coaching staff. Ward was going to play a half. Poulin was going to play a half. I think this is just delegating the goaltenders here, and I think we may see that again. Should Canada reach the gold medal game, I think we might see each goaltender play another half again.
Dixon getting away from a couple English defenders. Behind the back feed, doesn't work. England couldn't scoop it up though. Now Dixon has a man down low in front. It's Doby, he shoots and he scores. Don't want to leave that guy wide open, Dane Doby. 11th of the tournament.
It's crazy how easy Dane Doby makes finishing and scoring the ball. How easy he makes it look. Like Church makes it look effortless at times. Doby makes it look easy. It's a little hard sell fake, open up the legs, and then bounce it in. Canada on the board, 2-1.
Doby's 11th of the tournament. He and Dixon tied for the team lead in points, now at 25 apiece. Off the face-off, behind the back, and a quick stick. Jackson denied by Chiliano.
Save there for Frankie as Shano, backdoor Jackson, his mama's in the house here tonight.
And he's got back-to-back hat tricks, and he controls it now to the far corner. Jackson to Dane Smith. Towards the goal goes Smith, and he scores.
Wow.
Not a lot of space there, Jake, but Dane Smith able to beat Chiliano over that left shoulder.
The quicks from the Great Dane, and then the reach to the far side, and pumps it in about hip high on Chiliano glove side, and Canada has woken up. It's 2-2.
Smith, pump fake, takes it to the goal. Chiliano
I don't know how you stop that.
can't stop
I
that.
don't think you do.
So that 2-0 English lead does not last long. Shots are now 5-2 for Canada.
And not to chuckle here, but that might have been the worst thing England could have done is get up to the 2-0 lead and maybe
Wake up the beast?
Yeah, piss Canada off a little bit. Luck out now for the red and white here.
Then McIntosh takes it to the middle, goes to the far side for Matthews. Quick shot, Chiliano got it with his shoulder. So Chiliano facing a couple teammates out of the Maple Ridge Burrards. Dixon, McIntosh, Doby. Who's got the advantage, you think? Do they have the book on Chiliano? Does he have the book on the shooters? Is it washed?
I think it's a wash, but give the advantage to the shooters because I think the looks that they're about to get are going to be better than what they're normally used to seeing, if you know what I'm saying.
Here's Church.
Like that one.
Great pass from Jackson. One times it to the back of the goal, and Canada's got 3 straight.
And there's the effortlessness of Robert Church. McIntosh, Matthews, Jackson, Church on the finish, and 4 out of the 5 offensive players touching the ball there. Good luck on defense.
All in less than, 5 seconds? Everyone had a touch?
Pretty much.
11:43 to go. So Church, who didn't score against Iroquois, now gets his 4th of the tournament.
Yeah, he's been a little bit quiet by his standards. No question about it for number 91 in red and white here for Team Canada. But usually when the lights are shining the brightest is when Robert Church shows up. So I would expect him to up his game here a little bit in the semifinal for Team Canada.
And obviously he's not going to get as many touches as he would with the Saskatchewan Rush. So he's one of those guys that has to adjust, maybe play a different role.
Well, I've been really impressed with Team Canada offense in the way that they've shared the ball pretty much all tournament long, sometimes being a little too unselfish and passing the ball a little too much.
Bunio with a behind-the-back feed to Jeffries. We're 4 minutes into this opening quarter. If you're just joining us, England scored 2 goals in 50 seconds, and now it's Canada with the last 3 as Poulin makes a stop.
And that's his first stop for Mike Poulin.
Challen Rogers runs the floor. Good passing behind the back. Jackson Adobe. He can't dunk it over the left shoulder of Chiliano. And the goaltender scoops it up and finds an open Chris Wayner.
And I don't know why Matt Marsh scratched here for Team England tonight.
He was playing well.
I think he's been one of the better English players. So I don't know if he picked up an injury in against that game against Israel. Oh, man. That's nickel and dimer there. That's a softie. No question about it. But Mr. Cole for Team Canada off to the penalty box here.
So the first power play of the game is going to go to England. We'll take a look at the replay in a few seconds. He pushed his man down, chasing after a loose ball here.
There's the catch. There's the push.
Cross check? No? What do you think?
I think play on, but that's not me in black and white stripes down there.
So England going to the power play, operating at 25% out of the round robin. Looking to tie it. Here's Nate Claire with a shot. Poulin able to squeeze it. Back-to-back stops now for Poulin as he gets a little more comfortable.
Yeah, and that'll settle Pooley down. Not that like I mentioned, I don't think he was rattled by any means, but never a good thing when the first 2 shots get by you. Not in a semifinal game at the World Championships anyway.
Final will be on Saturday night at 8 p.m. right here inside the Arena Bowl. We know Iroquois is going. Who's joining him? We'll find out in 60 minutes. Here comes England back the other way. Still minute 15 to work with on their power play.
50 minutes in about 15 seconds.
That's true. Canada able to find the loose ball. Look to kill some more clock. Ben McIntosh, 18 points. Missed 1 game in this tournament. Some load management like Mark Matthews has done. This is just Matthews' 3rd game.
Yeah, McIntosh, little commitment there with the PLL, and Matthews coming off a long summer season with the Peterborough Lakers, who won the Mann Cup, and not a bad thing to get a day off here and there. And I think that's probably the case for Zach Courier right now, who will normally be in the Canadian lineup, but they can have the luxury to give him a night off.
Bunio to the far side. Eckersall in the middle to Nate Claire. Kicked away over the glass by Poulin. Still 29 seconds of power play time.
Well, it's a good look there for Nate Claire. Getting inside. That's something that the Americans struggled to do against the Iroquois. Getting inside, especially on the man advantage. We saw Nate Claire do a good job of that. Getting into the middle of that box and getting a shot very close to the goal. But Poulin equal to the task.
Looks like Canada will kill the remaining 12 seconds in this penalty to Brian Cole.
Corbeil can still get it up the floor.
He'll make the pass to his rush teammate,
and
Matthews.
What an honor for Corbeil. You think of all the guys on this Team Canada team, and he's the one that gets the C.
Yeah, a lot of leaders, a lot of players wearing at least a C or an A with their clubs as Dixon gets on the board. Nice pass by Adobe, and he beats Chiliano between the legs, and it's a 4-goal run for Team Canada.
And interesting here, Curtis Dixon does a lot of things for you very well offensively here for Team Canada. Cutting off ball, not usually one of them. Don't see Dixon cut off ball to the middle of the floor very often. Pass did come, and then the finish. He might start doing that a little more.
Why not with a play like that? Great feed by Doby. Seeing his NLL and WLA teammate cutting towards the net. 8:11 to go. Shots now 10-5 Canada. We got a false start by Sutton on the draw. So a couple points apiece for Dixon and Dobie already in this one. Now a pass in front. Matthews tried to thread the needle of Jackson. Was knocked away as Matthews kicks it to himself behind the net as Shiliano. Using that big frame, comes out in front, tries to wrap it, but he stepped in the crease.
Well, I was just about to say, that's a set play there from Matthews and Jackson, who've grown up playing lacrosse together. I bet you they've run that a bunch of times, and it almost worked, but not quite.
Good steal by Dane Smith, picks a pocket of Sutton. He's got Noble with him, gets a feed. Shiliano makes the save, falling on his rear end, able to keep it out.
Big stop there off of Frankie, off of one half of the Noble twins. That's Jason Noble wearing 22 down there.
And he sat out last game, back in the lineup, and remains on the floor defensively. Scramble for the loose ball. Coates had issues initially scooping, but now has it.
Two hands, Brendan, two hands on those loose balls.
7:10 to go in this quarter.
And that might be the only hammer that really Team Canada coaching staff has with, you got to scratch two guys and a goaltender. And these guys want to play in the gold medal game, so they want to have a good semifinal here, and you don't want to give the coach a reason to take you out.
Eckersall picks the pocket of Dixon, and now it's whacked into the England bench and out of play, so Canada's going to get it right back.
Well-timed stick check as Churchy gets the head of the stick right on the pocket there to knock that one out. Was that right? Mr. Dinwiddie with a souvenir here at the World Championships. Better hands than his son, Tyler. I said it.
Wow. Tyler with the hype videos for the semifinal.
Top 5 Tyler. He's a star now.
Can't wait to see the hype video for the final in a couple nights' time.
One of the best at doing those.
Here's a steal. Withers running the floor. He's got Corbeil with him. Withers decides to pass to Hope, trailing. He fires it wide of the net.
It might have been Cole.
Cole, sorry.
Yeah. Got something behind it, but didn't test the goaltender.
And now Priolo will get it back for red and white. 6 minutes to play first quarter. Shots favor Canada 13-5. Here's Matthews looking to get on the board. Has room, tries a shot, and he buries it. Mark Matthews, 6th of the tournament, made that look easy.
Yeah, I'm just watching the follow through there on Matthews, and I don't know exactly what's wrong with Mark. I know he's got something nagging, but I'm not sure if a replay will pick it up here. But just watch after Matthews shoots, the grimace on his face. If we get back to the camera there, he just kind of, I don't know if there was a little twinge on something there after he shot that ball, and he just kind of, and then shook it off. As I get inside the head of Mark Matthews.
Dr. Elliott.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's back on the floor. Matthews off a face-off win. Big lefty, setting it up for Dixon. McIntosh in his office, goes back door, and a quick stick on the far post. Well done there. Brian Cole makes it 6-2 Canada.
That's usually where Shane Backdoor Jackson likes to operate, but this time it's Cole. And he knows how to finish as well up front. Very versatile player is Cole. As McIntosh, the setup man this time, threads one across the zone. And that's tough for the goaltender to try and recover from that area.
Nice pass by McIntosh.
Timeout, Brandon.
Yeah, England reeling. They scored the first 2, but Canada's got the last 6.
It cannot be easy going into a game, whether you're England, Israel, Netherlands, whoever, going up against the 4-time world champions. And as a coaching staff, I don't know how you get your team ready to play. The outcome is almost not in doubt here. And it's, you score your first 2 shots, and do you even have that belief? I don't know, because this team is just going to keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. And I don't know how you withstand the pressure. There's no stopping them. Absolute juggernaut.
To say the least, the talent on the floor out of the front gate, the back gate, world-class goaltenders, like we said in the last broadcast we did together, when you could sit Christian Del Bianco, who could start for any other team you'd think in the tournament.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
So
I mean, you
5:31.
never want to disrespect the rest of the world here, Brandon, but literally Canada could put a second team in and very well could meet them in the final of their proverbial, air quotes, B team.
Yeah.
Just a wealth of riches. And again, I go back to, we talked about it early in the tournament, and other nations the gap is closing, but it's going to take time. But it's just a matter of these players got coached by some of the best players that they looked up to while they were growing up. And when these guys get older, they're going to coach the next wave of talent coming up. And it's just the cycle continues. And once other countries kind of catch up to that, where the players here now at the World Championships are coaching those young kids in Czechoslovakia or Czech Republic, wherever it is, by the time that those guys get to the World Championships, they're going to have that experience and the impact of those top players coaching them.
Here's Ben McIntosh getting the feed, hitting the crossbar.
I might have caught the butt end of Frankie as well.
Stays out, 4:40 to go in this quarter. Sam Clare able to play it in for Will Walker. Now here's Nate Clare. Having a good playoff in this tournament. Rolls harmlessly to Mike Poulin. Been a while since he's seen a shot on goal.
17-5 your shots now as we have 4:15 here to go first quarter.
Dixon waiting the screen, gets a little two-man game. He finds Priolo up front.
Oh.
A nice little dunk. Gets Chiliano down and buries it.
Okay, like example A. That's Steve Priolo, NLL Defender of the Year nominee, on a pick and roll with Curtis Dixon, putting on 4 fakes and tucking low. Just watch it again here. Textbook pick, roll to the goal. That's a defender, fake, 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 and then the finish. Thank you very much for Steve Priolo, who lives in a van, by the way.
We know he's good in transition. Look at the hands there. Rolls it ever so gently between the legs of Chiliano, and it's a 7-goal run now for Canada. Priolo's first of the tournament. False start by Withers.
Well, cost him a perfect night in the draw circle potentially. But now Sutton just went back, over and back, and Canada will get the ball right back. Withers saying, just give me the face-off when it's our ball anyway. As Baptiste dominated in the game previous, expect Withers to do the same here again tonight.
Ben McIntosh looks to the net, shot right on, hits Chiliano on the left leg. McIntosh trying to get his own rebound, lost control, and here's Tyson Rowe.
Look out.
Open the scoring, loves to run the floor, but he's all by himself right now. Decides to back away from the Canadian defender Coates.
Yeah, and right there from Tyson Rowe, like you scored a goal off the start of the game. You got Dan Coates staring at you. You outweigh him by about 50 pounds. Truck stick of Tyson Rowe. Run him over.
Here's Will Walker. Shot clock down to 7. Ben Colville. Down to the near side, it's Bunio. Gets around Corbeil. Got grabbed from behind. That's going to be a penalty. Nice job by Bunio to walk around the Canadian captain, and he's going to go to the box for holding.
My boy Gavin Prout still tuned in here. Brandon Astle telling me Steve Priolo was an O guy back in junior for St. Catharines.
And you can see it. The hands haven't gone anywhere.
Yes.
Now he's going to come out and penalty kill.
I might have scored a couple in St. Catharines if I had Prouter feeding me the ball.
Eckersall to Bunio. Lyndon Bunio has 11 points in his last 2 games. And he's going to let one rip that goes off a back. Now in the near corner for Kuber. Eckersall, Bunio, Clare. Back to Kuber.
Good ball movement.
Bunio with a shot, and he scores. Lyndon Bunio continues his goal streak. He has scored a goal in at least every single game in this tournament.
He may be saying his name a lot come wintertime, Brandon, with the Vancouver Warriors. Lyndon Bunio, coming off a great summer with the new Westminster Sandbellies, warranted himself a free agent contract for a tryout. And he's just continued to impress right through the World Championships here for Team England. And I think he's got a real good shot to crack that left side in Vancouver.
And his dunk goal last night, Jake.
Sports Center,
Yes.
Number
7, I think it was, on Sports Center.
It was. Just never know why they don't use the audio on those things, man. Hey, like, what's going on there?
And now we have another penalty coming up for a board. It's going to go to Canada again, and Matt Beers will walk to the box.
Speaking of Vancouver Warriors, the Vancouver Warrior captain, Matt Beers, with an extended debate there with that penalty call. Not that Canada wants to take penalties, but look at it like an opportunity to work on their short man here. You just gave up a goal, and now the coaching staff said, hey, you just got scored on your last time out. Let's go and kill this one off and work hard out there. A little motivation within the game.
Bunio back out there. Same five-man unit. Kuber, Nate Clare. Back to Kuber. Can't hit Eckersall. Walker picks it up off the corner. Now Eckersall, sharp angle shot, stopped by Poulin. England will look to get the reset, and they do. It looked like they were, but Walker couldn't fish it up off the ground.
Now battle for it here, and look out, Hosek. Priolo in there. Ball comes loose, and it's Corbeil that comes away.
Corbeil, Priolo, Hosek. The forward's not going to stand much of a chance when those three are chasing after Lucy.
Well, Port Moody bounce pass, Brandon. Not a good one there from Corbs, but Rubes handled it.
Under 2 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Shots 19-7 Canada. Here's Dane Doby. Sees 10 on the shot clock. Hard roller to his counterpart Dixon. Here's a shot.
Ouch.
That's blocked. England will run it back. Still under a minute to go on this power play. 7-3 Canada leads as that five-man unit comes right back out of the front gate. Bunio playing the middle. Passes to Eckersall. Right back to Bunio. Eckersall creeping in. Bunio wanted the pass that hit a stick. Finds Nate Clare. 4 on the shot clock. Clare just trying to get a reset, but Poulin makes a stop. Scoops it up. And has a man out of the front gate in Jackson. He'll look to kill the remaining 20 seconds.
Yeah, good ball there from Poulin to Jackson stepping off the Canada bench. A little hidden ball trick. Still with 32. And now 92 as we're into the final minute here of quarter number 1.
7 Canadians already with at least 2 points in this quarter. Dixon and Matthews lead the way with 4 apiece. And now a shot right on. Nice save by Chiliano. Penalties over, back to 5-on-5.
I'm honestly still kind of blown away that Steve Priolo played offense in junior, and then he's turned himself into a Player of the Year candidate on the defensive side in the National Lacrosse League. That's impressive.
When would one decide to do that?
Well,
does a coach say, hey, you're playing D?
Yeah, say, hey, there's 6 better guys on offense here. You're going to go play D now because you're still valuable. We want you in the lineup. And it's worked out all right for Pri.
6-on-5 for Canada. Shot clock turned off. 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Matthews to Dixon. Back door, and we got a penalty coming up to Canada.
Moving screen here.
Or is Sam Clare going to go?
Oh, I think he is. You're right.
That's an English penalty. 3 seconds left on the clock. Clare's going to go for
what are they blowing the whistle for then? I mean, Canada was in possession of the ball. England took a penalty, and they blew the play down with Canada in possession of the ball with 3 seconds to go on the clock.
Maybe it was a push in the back to Canada.
Okay. That's the only explanation I can think.
So the buzzer sounds. 15 minutes in the books. England gave Canada, can I say, a bit of a scare to start the game?
Sure, yeah, if you want. Didn't scare me, but you can say it if you want.
But after 15, it is Canada 7, England 3, shots 20-8 for Team Canada. While Jake and I step aside for the next few minutes, stay tuned. You're watching the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships on TFSE TV and the Lac Sports Network. Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center. The semifinal matchup between Canada and England continues. Canada up by 4 after 15 minutes.
I can't believe this is day 8, Brandon. This week has just ripped by.
Before you know it, gold medal game, Saturday night, Langley Event Center.
Yeah, don't kid yourself. Tomorrow, some big games coming up tomorrow, especially from the Fieldhouse. I got the call at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow, Brandon. Costa Rica and Mexico playing for it all at 10:30 from the Fieldhouse Tune in for that one right here on Lac Sports Network.
Don't miss it. Back underway.
Blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse.
There it is. Out of the far corner, McIntosh setting up Dixon. Canada still on the man advantage after a late penalty to Sam Clare in the first. Matthews, Dixon, backdoor feed. Thought he had Jackson.
Handball, I think, there on the captain, Roach.
Matthews. The McIntosh in front for Dobie. No room between the legs. Looked like it might squeak through Chiliano, but he held it out.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me sort of deal there for Chiliano. Got beat there by Dobie earlier in the game, not that time.
Still a minute 25 left to kill in Claire's holding minor.
Did I say that shame thing right? Was that right?
Fool me once, shame on you.
Okay.
Fool me twice, shame on me.
What
That's what you said.
What happens if you get fooled 3 times?
Shame on both of you. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Will Walker loses the handle. It's going to be picked up out of the corner by Jason Noble.
Something I've noticed, you tell me, Brandon, I've noticed more Saskatchewan Rush jerseys around the Langley Event Center than any other NLL team all week long here. I know a lot of Rush players on Team Canada, but tell you what, Rush Nation has come out in force here to the World Championships.
Here's a shot by McIntosh, stopped by Chiliano. You're right, I've seen a lot of Jeremy Thompson jerseys.
Yes. There's one right there, I can see.
The best jersey of the tournament, though, goes to the kid in the last game wearing the ref's jersey. Had the glasses, the mustache, and he's still there.
I see him. He's down there in the corner with somebody wearing a Jeremy Thompson jersey. He's taking photo ops with people now. He's a celebrity.
Here's a goal on the back door. What a feed. Matthews to McIntosh. And that's just picking cherries. It's a power play goal. Canada up 8-3.
Yeah, I'm a little, quite frankly, a little bit concerned with Matthews playing the point, being dinged up and having to sprint back in case of a turnover or a missed shot or whatever. But on the flip side, he is such a valuable quarterback and producer from the point on the power play, especially with McIntosh down on that crease. Nobody sets him up better than Matthews. So I think you got to keep him there, but you got to be careful.
Canada looking for more. Chiliano makes the left pad stop, slowly gets back up to his feet. His net was knocked off. Now he repositions it.
Matthews and Church picking up the assist.
Now Jackson gets the feed and beats Chiliano over the left shoulder. 12:59 to go in this second quarter, and Canada now up by 6.
You're wondering why I call him Shane Backdoor Jackson, because he's always open on the back door, Brandon, and he gets another here as he just streaks towards the goal, and it's in and out of the pocket into the goal in lightning quick fashion. Watch it. Right over the shoulder into the net. Shane Backdoor Jackson does it again.
McIntosh with a great cross seam pass. Assist will go to McIntosh and Dane Smith on Jackson's 9th of the tournament.
I've just got to get other people to catch on with these names that keep coming up with players here, Brent.
Get them trademarked before someone steals it.
Not worried about it. I just want it to catch on. Mailman, Backdoor Jackson.
And here is Mark Matthews with a lane. Rips one off the right arm of Chiliano. Dixon gets the rebound.
Superman's cut. I didn't come up with that one, but it's caught on.
That one's taken. And here is Dixon with a shot. Chiliano the save and the scoop. Shots are now 27-8 for Canada. Chiliano has seen a lot of rubber. There's been a lot of goals where he's not had a lot of chances on.
Frankie's trying to stand in there. It's not easy. Because it's literally just shift after shift after shift, and they just don't stop.
And it's not going to stop here. Look who's running the floor on the breakaway. It's Chris Corbeil. He shoots, and he's denied by Chiliano.
I don't think Captain Corbs has one in the World Championships yet, Brad. You can confirm that for me, but...
You're wrong. He has one.
Okay.
1 goal, 1 assist. Nearly had his second. Chiliano keeps it a 9-3 score with 11:45 to go. Huber.
They've scored a lot of goals. I can't remember them all, Brad.
And they're on pace for a lot already. Still 11:30 to go. They're up to 9 as Matt Beers runs it ahead. Matthews and McIntosh with 5 points apiece. Dixon behind them with 4. Here's Dane Dobie. He's got a couple of points. Now to the far side, Dane Smith to Matthews. Lost it for a second, picks it back up. Using that big frame to get around Sutton. Matthews with a pass to Church, but we've got a push in the back.
Okay.
Don't like that one?
That's all I'm saying is okay. Play on.
4-minute mark, second quarter.
How about the gold shaft on Corbeil's stick down? You don't see that very often.
Sharp, I like it.
Yeah, standing out.
Is that foreshadowing, you think?
Yeah.
4 straight golds.
Looking for number 5.
Corbeil remains out there for now as Canada takes it across the timeline. Dixon came into this game with 10 goals over his last 3. Gets it back from Jackson. It goes off the end of his stick. Right there to follow up is McIntosh. Near side feed to Doby. Shot clock at 5. Penalty coming up to England as Doby shoots one off the leg of Chiliano. And England will pick it up, and off they will go to the penalty box.
England's actually done a pretty good job staying out of the penalty box so far in this game against Team Canada, but the captain Roach will head for the box once again. The cubicle of shame, Brandon Astle. 2 minutes up on the board. And 6-goal spread here. I don't really want to see this game get to running time, but you wonder if Team Canada and the coaching staff's kind of like, hey, let's get up, let's get this clock moving, let's get as much rest as we possibly can. You're going to get another day off tomorrow, but the quicker they can get this game done, I think the better here for Team Canada to go in rested against the Iroquois.
Yeah, and they haven't played in a couple of days as well. Meanwhile, England has played in 6 straight days. That's unheard of in lacrosse.
That's well, President's Cup, you'll play
true.
a little bit more, but you're talking world championships here, not senior B lacrosse. No disrespect to any of the boys running at the Prezi, but it's a different level here at the Worlds.
4 seconds on this English shot clock. And Walker runs out of time, so he throws it behind his back.
And that's the huge advantage, right, for teams like Iroquois and Canada who get the direct buy into the semifinal. You get that extra day off, and don't kid yourself, that day is huge in a tournament like this.
A lot of teams have players banged up. Look at the Iroquois without the services of Hogarth and Lyle Thompson. Americans as well have sat some key players throughout this tournament.
Yeah, it's part of it, right? Depth. Got to have it. And Canada has got it in spades. They got a lot of it.
Shot clock down to 8 here for England as Canada puts 3 defenders on the ball. Under 9 minutes to play in this opening half. Shots 30-8 for Team Canada. One last chance to set up on their power play. Dixon, McIntosh, Jackson, Doby, and Matthews take the floor. Matthews rips one off the post. Could be a break for England, but Cuber overran it.
Unlucky for Cuber.
Matthews to Dixon. Has Matthews wide open. Splits a couple defenders, lost the handle though.
A little indecision there from Matthews. Couldn't decide whether he wanted to pass, shoot, or drive, and then got checked.
Nice back check by McIntosh to pop it free. 5-on-5 play continues. Nice kill there from England.
Thought he might go with the one-handed toe drag like he did back when he was a Denver Pioneer. You ever seen that highlight? My goodness.
I have not, as Doby dunks it off the crossbar on a feed from Jackson.
Dial that up for you at halftime, buddy.
Under 8 minutes to play. England yet to hit the score sheet in the second quarter. Canada has scored twice, courtesy of McIntosh and Jackson.
In the midst of a 9-1 run here. Just remember, England got out to the 2-0 lead.
Bunio looking for Nate Clare. Pass goes over his head to the near corner. And picking it up is Brian Cole for Team Canada. He'll throw it ahead to Graham Hossack as a man behind the defense, but hold on, we have a penalty. And guess what? It's an illegal substitution.
It's not, I'm sorry, but it's not even close.
Let's watch it and see.
Come
on now.
I look back and I counted it up, Brandon, and I mean, there was only four bodies on the floor, never mind 6.
So going over to serve is Noble.
It's just so fast. Like,
Here we go. Count them up.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5 going off. 6 on the floor.
He's in the box. That's a good change. It's not too many men.
England on the power play, their 4th opportunity. Here's a shot and a save by Poulin. That was a rip by Nate Clare.
As soon as you get a foot into that white box in front of the bench, the guy can come off.
You're good to go.
It's the rules. I didn't make them.
Would you say the officials in this tournament have called that penalty more out of anyone?
I think they've called it to the letter of the law the best that they can, but I made the comment to Brad Challenger last night that if there's one penalty, is another penalty call coming here, if there's one call I would like to see them loosen up on is the too many men call, because as we know, Brandon, the sport of lacrosse is about speed and flow and momentum and utilizing your bench and creating transition and fast breaks off of your bench by running hard to it and running hard off it creates and generates offense and generates excitement. And by calling it as tight as they have all week long, it's kind of taken away from that. And that's not what you want. You want to see that flow back and forth, that speed game, the transit. That's what lacrosse is about.
Wainer took a penalty for Canada as Matthews walks in, stopped by Chiliano. It's kind of like football. The officials can call a hold almost on every play, but they don't.
Exactly. Getting me all riled up here, Brent.
Take a breath.
All right.
4-on-4 action for the next minute. Nate Clare bothered by Rogers, and it's going to be an over and back call as he threw it too far in front of Colville.
Just don't bring up name bars on the jerseys, please.
I was going to ask you about that, actually.
Don't.
Dobie.
I think everybody knows my feelings about that by now.
Six minutes to go in this half.
You have to step outside and cool off. I'm just kidding. I'm fine.
Matthews. Church cutting in. Shot it over the head of Chiliano.
I think that might have been a pass to McIntosh. He was like, what are you doing? Shoot the ball, Robert.
And now a good steal by the Canadian forwards. Matthews runs onto the loose ball. And his team's going to be on the power play in 15 seconds. We'll see if he's going to wait. Jackson comes off the bench and feeds it in for Dane Smith. Smith came into this one with back-to-back hat tricks on the board in this game, passing to McIntosh. Noble coming out. Canada going to be on the power play. Shot clock at 10 as McIntosh takes a shot and he scores between the legs of Chiliano. Too much time, too much space for a sniper like McIntosh. He'll make you pay more often than not.
That's exactly it. We talked about that in the Iroquois American game as well, as that the American defenders were just giving too much time to shooters like Randy Stouts to kind of wind up and then pick their spot. And you see McIntosh, the reason he doesn't shoot it, he doesn't need to. He's not pressured. He can look, and then find his spot where the open goal is.
Look at Dane Smith taking two defenders to school.
That'll
help.
That can't happen, right? If you're England, you got to at least one guy has got to get off that pick from Dane Smith and get out on the ball carrier. Got to fight.
Shots now 34-9 Canada. England had 8 after the first, so they have one shot on Poulin, and we're almost 5 minutes to go now in the second quarter.
And that really, that is incredible. When you put it in that context, they have one shot on goal in 10 minutes of play.
And they've had a power play.
That's incredible. It's not soccer. Like, we're talking lacrosse here, and one shot in 10 minutes. And they had a man advantage.
Here's the transition chance for McIntosh, and he stays red hot. Nice feed by Hosick, and it's 11-3. Came in streaking off the bench.
Yeah. It's Dobie for the lefties. It's McIntosh for the righties, depending on which direction they're going in transition. And both can finish with supreme precision.
And Ben McIntosh with his hat-trick goal. He's up to 7 points. 11-3 game with 4:32 to go. If this was soccer, it might be 11-3 England.
Yeah, if it was England against Canada in soccer, the scoreboard would be flipped around, no question about it. They took our player, that Owen Hargraves. They stole him from us, Brent.
They did. Battle for the loose ball in the far corner. Dixon scoops it over the glass and out of play. No, it's going to touch.
I asked Challenger this yesterday because a lot of these players from the Manchester area on Team England, Brendan. You a City guy, United guy?
Me? I'm not a huge fan.
You a Premier guy? You
not
watch
really.
No, nothing?
I get into the World Cup and the Euro. That's pretty much it.
Brad went off the board and picked Liverpool. I said, you're asking for trouble doing that.
Mo Salah plays for Liverpool, doesn't he?
He does. Arsene Wenger, the coach. Good team, Liverpool. I've always been a Man U guy myself.
Go Whitecaps. Under 4 minutes to go. Withers with the steal.
Fans back in England going, who?
Season to forget, to say the least.
My. Not good for the Caps this season.
3:40 to go. Canada back on the attack. It's Matthews to Dixon off the bench. Fakes a shot. Dobie whiffed on it.
Well, he almost picked up that loose ball off the boards blindly. Just missed it.
Sam Clare able to find Jeffries off the bench. Nate Clare to Bunio. Bunio's pass is stolen away. Canada could have numbers the other way as Beers runs it back. Corbeil takes a feed in tight, can't stuff it around the left arm of Chiliano. Church will get the loose ball.
Looked like Church might have been in the crease there, and first to touch, they let it go. Still one shot here, Brent.
Shane Jackson to Smith, steps into a shot. Chiliano knocks it aside.
Man, why you would ever want to pick goaltender? Dean Smith just stepped into a shot from 22 feet, and that thing was moving 100 miles an hour plus, and Chiliano just stared it right down, took it.
Didn't even blink.
No, like he'd done it 10,000 times before. I just don't know whatever would make you go, what goes through your head to say, yeah, that's the position I want to play.
Especially for me, the field lacrosse goaltenders, playing in shorts.
Yeah. No bare arms. Yeah.
A shot by Nate Clare goes high. Colville with 5 on the shot clock. Just rolls it towards Poulin, who gets a piece.
I think Poulin might have jumped in front of the ball just to make a save. He didn't need to stop that one.
England up to 2 shots in this quarter. Dixon to Matthews. Sizing up the defense behind the back feet to Jackson. Couldn't get the shot away.
Back in on Sutton as he didn't mind his heels of his feet there as he stepped right back into his crease trying to break out here. And in no means are we trying to disrespect or demean the English team here at all, because they're just being overwhelmed by Team Canada. It's just, it's a mismatch.
Here's Dixon getting the feed and beating Chiliano between the legs.
And England has had a fantastic tournament, especially against Israel. Those 2 wins, they start out in the round robin 0-4, but continually trying to just progressed each game, got a little bit better each game, and then when the games mattered the most, they played their best. And it was always going to be a tough task coming into this one against the 4-time defending champs. It's just the reality of it all.
Canada 4-0 against England all time since England joined the WILC in 07. McIntosh playing setup man as well. Not only the hat trick, he's got 5 assists, a couple of beauties, a couple of seam passes. He hits Dixon there. 12-3 Canada. Minute 20 to go in this half. Matthews trying to hit Smith, cutting through the middle. Instead it goes to McIntosh in the corner. Now behind the net to Smith. Out in front, finds Jackson. Shot hits the left pad of Chiliano. Jackson trying to fish his own rebound. He grabs it, sets it up top for Noble. Last minute of play in this first half. Shane Jackson spinning off Tatton. Hits Dixon. Behind the back it goes for Smith. Smith with a shot. Chiliano sucks in that blast. Dixon watching closely. Chiliano picks it up and hits Tatton.
Dixon's saying start the shot clock here because he wants final possession. And it's about an 8-second differential here. Canada should get the ball back one more time if they can come up with a stop.
Bunio to the near side. Colville pumps, takes it to the net. Stepped in the crease.
Does Canada want timeout? No, Glenn Clark says, stay, Mike Poulin. We're just going to play it straight up here with a 9-goal lead and a long change.
Last 10 seconds. Church throws it in for McIntosh. Dixon goes to the middle. Feeds it to him. Dixon stopped by Chiliano with a left arm.
Good stop there for Frankie, and that'll make him feel a little bit better heading to the locker room as he tosses the ball out to center and starts to walk towards his bench. Canada on pace for 84 shots in this game as they put 12 in on 42 in that opening half. England, they get 3 on 10, but they're down 9 here to the Canadians with a half to play in semifinal number 2. Iroquois await the winner with 30 minutes to go here from Langley on day 8 at the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships on TFSC TV and LAC Sports Network.
Welcome back inside the Langley Event Center, the second semifinal of the night. Underway and through 30 minutes, it is Team Canada leading Team England 12-3 and out shooting them 45-10. Thought we might see Dylan Ward take the crease, but it looks like it's Poulin's the rest of the way, or at least to start this third quarter. So you're thinking Ward's getting the start in the final?
Yeah, by Mike Poulin coming out here to start the second half, that leads me to believe it'll be Dylan Ward's goal for the gold medal game. And no disrespect to Christian Del Bianco or Mike Poulin, but I think it's Dylan Ward's time. I think he's kind of pushed himself to the forefront as the best goaltender on the planet. And I think he gets the start for the big gold medal game. Should Canada hang on to their 9-goal lead here, Brandon, with 30 minutes to play?
Well, Ben McIntosh is having a solid game so far. Through 30 minutes, he has 8 points, including a hat trick. Dixon Matthews with 5, Jackson Smith with 4. And for England, the 3 goal scorers, Bunio, Brandon Smith, Tyson Rowe. 3 local kids. Rowe from Duncan, BC. Lyndon Bunio plays in the WLA. I guess he's technically from Calgary. Brandon Smith.
Below the whistle, let's play some lacrosse. Not technically, Brandon. He is, in fact, from Alberta.
Technicality.
Yes.
Back underway in this third quarter. Dixon takes the feed from Jackson. Goes to the far side for Doby. Doby back to Dixon. Pass got away from him. Now he chases after the loose ball. Shot clock at 8. Dixon with the pass to Smith. He's all by himself. Shot at the end of the clock. Missed the net.
Quick note coming in here, Brandon. Apparently, Austin Wenger no longer the coach of Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp now the manager of the footy team there for the Red Devil. No. What are they called? I should just stop talking about soccer. How about that?
Premier League insider. Breaking news. Here's McIntosh looking to add to his night. It's stopped by Chiliano. See if England can get off to a hot start like they did in the opening quarter. They were up 2-0. And then Canada found their groove and then some. Jeffries to Colville. Colville turns out of the corner. Hit Alsop with a pass. Now the shot clock expiring, so Canada will take over. Minute 30 gone by in this third quarter. So this is the second time England's been in the championship bracket. In 07, they beat Australia 15-11 in the quarters, advanced to the semis, lost to the Canadians 24-9, and lost in that bronze medal game to USA. In 2011, they lost to Czech in the quarters, so back in the championship bracket. And if they do lose this evening, they'll take on those Americans for the bronze.
Yeah, that should be entertaining, should that, in fact, be the bronze medal game. And England has shown the ability to kind of come off a tough loss and then bounce back and have a good game as well. And they'll need to do that against the Americans, who will give them all that they can handle.
Saw some videos after that win against Israel. They were loving life in the locker room.
I mean, it's been a fabulous
And good on
tournament
'em.
here. Fabulous tournament for Team England, regardless of what the result here is tonight or even on Saturday. It's been a success for the Three Lions in 2019.
Corbeil with another open shot towards the goal, put it wide.
Now it's his third look there and then almost gave it away. He'll get one before the night is over. I'll say it right now for Chris Corbeil.
All right, you're on the record.
Don't let me down, Corpse.
Mark Matthews already has one, looking for another. Pass it to Church. Quick stick, short side, beats Chiliano. Canada on the board here in this third quarter. They've done that a few times, eh? Matthews to Church.
Yes, indeed. You can date it back all the way to 2010. And a Minto Cup championship run with the Coquitlam Junior Adnex. And then find themselves together in Saskatchewan, winning 3 championships for the Rush.
Church's second goal of the evening.
And what a trio there between Matthews, Church, and McIntosh. Pretty dangerous.
And almost as dangerous out of the back eight as well. Some of the guys they trot out there on a nightly basis.
Rubish, Corbeil, yes. Hosek in the mix. Not Graham, but Matthew. The tractor.
The tractor.
That's what I'm going with.
Here's a shot and a save by Chiliano. Canada.
Graham's the cyborg. Matthew the tractor. Thought about maybe going the combine for Graham because he's just a big piece of equipment.
Went with the tractor.
Yeah. Saskatchewan, stay with me. A lot of tractors in Saskatchewan.
Withers
What a
making
shot from Rubish.
on the run, little bouncer to the top shelf.
What a gem there from Rams. He just stuck in the turf, and this thing goes right up into the top corner. He couldn't place it any better. Just watch the accuracy here from the defender. They might just name the NLL Defender of the Year after it. What a shot. That is impressive.
Second of the tournament. Nice feed from Withers. Better shot. Yeah, the 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Won it 4 years in a row.
And he was up for it again this year. And it easily could have been the winner. Led the league and caused turnovers. Absolutely dominating.
Matt Beers off the face-off win. Leaves it for Dixon, who just came on. 11:15 to go. Canada now has 50 shots on Chiliano.
And the lead 11 here, Brandon, with 11 to go in the third quarter. Next one will keep the clock moving.
Doby, Jackson behind the back. Can't hit Dixon cutting to the goal.
Heads up there for Church. Take transition away, then get in the change.
Bunio to the far corner. Will Walker. Pass goes behind. Clary's got to go back and fetch it. Now to the near side boards for Bunio. His shot right on. Poulin makes a save. Reaches out with a goal stick to grab it. Coates the other way. Hands off to Ben McIntosh. He's only taken 3 shots in this game. McIntosh has 3 goals as Smith lets one on goal. Chiliano gets a piece of it.
That'll help the shooting percentage.
Joseph back the other way for England. Pass it to Kuber. Kuber 0 goals through the first 4 games, but 5 in his last 2. He had 3 against Israel in the quarters.
Yeah, he was big against Israel for the Victoria Junior Shamrock. Caleb Kuber, who I mentioned a couple of times, actually plays in a defensive transition role for his Victoria Shamrocks. But here for Team England has been a constant contributor on the offensive end.
Yeah, a lot of different players throughout many teams in this tournament, thrusted into different roles.
And whether that be a D guy playing O or a transition guy, even Jake Lazor, the third string goaltender, has played on a regular defensive shift for the Iroquois at times. But even on top of that, as Doby looking low, you look at a guy like Kieran McArdle, who's been predominantly kind of a role player with the Toronto Rock, has really thrust himself into the forefront as a number 1 lefty here for Team USA. So his role, even though it's still the same playing offense, he's changed his role as an offensive player.
Jeffries can't send it down to Sam Clare. Bounces away. And here comes Noble with Challen Rogers. Noble hits Rogers. He'll back away to the near corner. Finds Ben McIntosh, and those two defenders will head off.
McIntosh still leading all scorers with 3 goals, 5 assists for Benny Mac.
And here is McIntosh with a shot. Chiliano finds it in his goal stick.
Used to go with the Twitter handle Big Bucket. Doesn't do it anymore. It changed it.
What is it now?
It's like BMC 90 or something like that.
Big Buckets?
Big Bucket Benny or something it used to be.
Was he a
I think
basketball player back in the day?
I think like Big Helmet maybe. I don't know. Never asked him. Changed it though.
We know he's a big goal scorer, as Dobie's going to draw a holding call, but Jackson scores during the delay call and makes it 15-3 Canada. So
And where did he score from, Brandon?
the back door.
Indeed he did.
Second of the night for Shane Jackson. He's got 5 points. Nice play by Dobie. Made something out of nothing there after taking the pass from Dixon. Watch him get grabbed onto, hits the deck.
Still gets the pass off. Look at this from Dobie. Falling down, man draped, one-handed shovel feed to Jackson. Forget it.
Third assist of the night for Dane Dobie.
So there's the 12-goal lead, Brando. And the clock will move.
What are your thoughts on the running clock, Jake? You haven't said that at all this tournament.
Stop trolling me, please. Please. Like, honestly, does anybody out there in Twitter land think...
Are we doing this again?
Is it a good idea to have stop time so England can try and mount a comeback here against Canada? Is that what you want?
And another goal from Church. That's his hat-trick goal. 16-3 as we see that clock run. 55 shots on Chiliano. You can't fault the guy.
No, not one bit. I mean, it could 22-3 without Frankie in the goal right now.
Matthews to Church again for the second time in this quarter.
It's nobody's fault.
Wonder what this English roster is going to look like 4 years from now. It seems like year after year, more players from England are.
Yeah, I think upwards 15, 16 homegrown players on this English roster, and I bet you 4 years from now, a lot of these guys will be back. I think they'll remain on the team, and this program will be together for another 4 years. A chance to all play together as Dixon pads his stats. But they'll be back, and again, they've moved themselves into the blue division here. They're going to stay in that blue division, and they still have another big game to play here at this tournament. They're going to lose this one. I'm going to go out on that thick limb, Brandon Astle, but they still have another big game to play here and continue to build up this program. And they're finally getting the support, from what I understand. Walt Christensen telling me that now the nation has got behind their box lacrosse team in England. They're going to get the proper funding. They're going to get the proper facilities and all that sort of stuff. They want to see this box lacrosse team here for Team England succeed. And they're going to do everything in their power there in England to help them. And that's what you love to hear.
And they got the right coaching staff behind the bench. So much experience between himself, Dan Perreault,
Jordan Sunder,
Andy Downing. It's only upwards from here for a program like England.
And I know they're taking it on the chin here, but at the end of the day, they're going to go back and watch this tape, and it's going to make them better. They're going to be able to see where they need to have the improvement. What types of things are they doing wrong, and what types of things are Canada doing right to have the success that they're having?
Canada going to go back to another power play, holding the stick call coming to the captain, Tom Roach, his second minor of the game. Been a popular call this tournament as well, holding the stick.
Yeah, you want to hold the stick. You just want to hold your own stick, not the opponent's.
Good call. 5-10 and running here in this third quarter. Shots 57-12 for Canada. Dobie, Matthews, Jackson, Dixon, McIntosh back out there. Matthews the middle, behind the back. Dobie's shot is blocked. Dixon will track it down. Dixon just picked up his hat trick. Sets up Matthews behind the back. Jackson waits, 3 to shoot. Here's Matthews. McIntosh, it looked like he's going to shoot. And Chiliano with a nice save coming to his right.
He's seen that from the Calgary Roughnecks playing against the rush too many times, and he was ready for it that time for McIntosh.
New clock here for Canada. Mark Matthews behind the back, a little too far behind Dobie, but Jackson's there to grab it out of the corner. Another behind the back feed. Dobie to Dixon all by himself a couple times to fake and can't beat Chiliano.
Ian McKay tweeting at me, Brandon Ostel, teammate of Dane Smith with the Buffalo Bandits, saying, I'm giving Dane Smith way too much credit for the speed of his shot. No way he says it's over 80 miles an hour, never mind 100.
Wow.
So that's Ian McKay chirping his own teammate is what's happening there. And then I just threw Ian McKay under the bus. So Dane Smith is definitely going to hear about that now. Sorry, Mac. Not really.
Lyndon Bunio in some trouble as the double team's on. Hope and Beers converge, and Bunio's going to run out of time. 3:27 to go. Canada still has 20 seconds of power play time to work with. Back comes out McIntosh. Smith will join Matthews, Church, and Jackson. Here is Matthews coming in with a shot. He beats Chiliano over the left arm. It'll be a power play goal, 3:05 and counting. It's 18-3 Canada.
Matthews loves his short side, top corner, and he picked it there on Chiliano. As Smith and Church low 1-2, then give it to the mailman, stick it home.
Canada closing in on 60 shots towards Chiliano. Withers with a clean face-off win. Dixon out there along with Brian Cole, Dane Smith, Dane Dobie, and Shane Jackson. Here is Dobie with a hard feed to Smith. Dane Smith working on a 6-point game. Far side Jackson, 4 on the shot clock, hits Dixon with a feed, and shot clock's going to sound in a second. You haven't lost interest in the game, have you?
No, I'm just scanning my tweets. My buddy Rob here, he's monikered Brad Challoner with the nickname Morning Glory. I don't know if you caught wind of this.
Morning Glory.
So last night we were talking about England and all the great things that come out of England, and we talking about music, and I thought there'd be more Tragically Hip being played with Team Canada, and he said, I heard lots of AC/DC being played when Australia was being played. I thought we'd hear some Brit rock when England was playing, maybe some Oasis or something. And I said, Oasis? Out of all the British rock bands to come out of the United Kingdom, you pick Oasis? My goodness, from Robert Church.
Behind the back, beats Chiliano, short side. How that beat him.
This one
unbelievable.
Right into the top corner from Robert Church over the shoulder. This is a beautiful shot. Watch it again. But just to get back and finish off the story here, Morning Glory, obviously a song from Oasis, and Brad, a big Oasis fan, now his nickname will ever be known as Morning Glory. So feel free to use that one coming up in the Warriors season.
And how about the glory for Church?
Yeah.
What a way to get your 4th of the night as Chiliano just looks up into the heavens.
That was special. Lacrosse him there from Robert Church.
Has that been trademarked yet?
I'm working on it.
35 seconds to go in this quarter.
Don't use it, is what I'm saying, Bruce.
I will not.
All right.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Might be the last possession of the quarter for Canada. 1 away from 20. Here's Jackson with a shot off the arm of Chiliano. Canada gets the reset.
And you got to wonder now for Walt Christensen as we work our way to the end of the period or quarter here, Brandon. Do you maybe go to Elliott Pugh in the 4th quarter, give Frankie the final 15 minutes off, let him rest up because he's got a big one against America on Saturday?
3rd quarter comes to a close. Canada adding to their lead. They had 12 after the 2nd. They're up to 19 after the 3rd. Stay tuned. We're coming back in less than 2 minutes. You're watching the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships live from the Langley Event Center. Fourth quarter just about to begin. Thanks for joining us on TFSC TV and the Lac Sports Network. I am Brandon Assel alongside Jake Elliott. Canada on a 12-goal run, and what are you pointing at here?
Goalie change, buddy.
Okay, yeah, Pugh is in the game, you're right. Poulin stays in for
Just trying to use
Canada.
my hand signals not to throw into the goalie change.
So Chiliano's night's done. Faced 61 shots, allowed 19.
Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse.
Canada gets possession off the hop.
You might even get home for like Grey's Anatomy tonight, Brad, in time. Running time here in the fourth quarter.
That's true.
I know you have a PVR, but you might get home for the live streaming. Huge Grey's fan, I know you are.
I've never seen a second in my life.
Liar.
ER, on the other hand.
Oh, one of my top 5. Don't even get me started on ER. One of my top 5 shows ever. Loved it.
Clooney's coming out party.
Yes, indeed. Great show.
45 seconds into this fourth quarter. England possession. Held out the score sheet in that third quarter. Looking to change that here. Nate Clare, the Ladner native. Spins away from Hope. Penalty coming up to Canada.
Let's maybe start the debate. British Office or North American Office better TV show? You ever watch the British version of The Office? Good stuff. Original. Perillo. I think he's the guilty one. He's not so sure, but he wants to give the ball to the referee. He doesn't want to take it from him.
So he will trot to the penalty box. 2 minutes for holding. England has a power play goal in this game, courtesy of Bunio, who's out there for the English.
See if the English can get a little positive vibes going here on the man advantage.
Huber back and forth with Nate Clare. Bunio to Walker. Bunio gets a screen, tries a shot. Poulin ready for it.
You kind of feel like if they're going to get another one, it's going to be Lyndon Bunio.
He's been the MVP up front for England. MVP in the tournament, not so sure. I think Chiliano might have something to say about that. The way he's played the last 2 games coming before this one.
Yeah, it's always kind of a tough call to pick an MVP in a tournament like this where you got such a widespread variety of talent on teams and players and countries and what kind of matchups they get and who's putting up points against who, who's getting wins against who. It's kind of a tough tournament to pick all-star teams and MVPs.
The 2015 MVP was Sean Evans for Team Canada,
who easily could have been on this 2019 team as well. Second all-time in Man Cup scoring in history, Sean Evans, and I didn't think anybody was ever going to have a chance to catch Sean Evans. Now just 25 points behind
He's
John
got a shot.
Tavares. And the way Peterborough makes Man Cups, a good chance Evie is going to play in at least 2 more. And if he does, he's going to break it.
Here's a penalty coming up to England. Going to take them off the power play as the shot clock hits 0. And it's going.
They're both going. They both want to go anyway.
Jamie Sutton's going to the box for England.
Bunio thought it was on him for a second.
2011 MVP. Any guesses? I'll give you a hint that it was an American.
Casey Powell.
You got it.
Thank you.
So Priolo's coming out of the box. Canada's going to get a power play. 11:20 to go in this game.
And we were talking about Dane Smith and the velocity on his shot, and I had a couple of tweets coming in talking about guys with all-time hard shots. Who's the hardest shot you've ever seen? Like, guy throw just the hardest shot you've ever seen in lacrosse.
Hardest
Anyone
shot
come to mind?
I've ever seen. That's hard to pick. Dane Dobie has a pretty hard one, but that was stopped by Pugh.
For me,
I'm still trying to think.
Yeah, you rack
You
your
put me
brain.
on the spot.
That's not an easy question to answer. I'd love to hear the people's suggestions. We're in a 16-goal game here. I know it's a semifinal, but I don't want to dwell. Oh, man.
That one's tipped in by Dane Dobie.
Is that
Squeaks
going
to
to
the
count?
legs of Pugh. It's going to count.
That's going to count. I don't want to focus on this game a whole lot because it's not, we're ogling over Canada, and I don't want to throw England down under the bus here, but so we're looking for things to talk about here a little bit. Hardest shot ever in the sport of lacrosse. For me, Corey Bomberry. And just the name alone. But I've never seen anybody shoot a lacrosse ball harder than one Corey Bomberry. Near his end of his junior career, his early days in Rochester, like I swear he would dent the boards when it hit off the, like it was thundering. And I've never seen anybody shoot it harder than him. Feel free to submit your suggestions to PXP, the number 4 Sports.
Here's Dane Smith. Apparently doesn't have a hard shot, according to Mr. McKay.
Dane is not on the list. Yeah, Teddy Jenner just chiming in. Corey Bomber. It was scary. That would make me want a quick goal if I was a goalie and had to stare that one down.
Here's Bunia with a shot that was blocked on his way through. Poulin's only faced 14 shots, as Canada has now hit 20 with 9:05 to go in this game.
And from Teddy Jenner's neck of the woods in Bruce Alexander. Guy my size, Victoria Shamrocks, played for Portland, couple of National Lacrosse League teams. He had an absolute rocket. Craig Stevenson, nicknamed Howie for Howitzer.
At the end of the shot clock, Cole for Doby. Soft shot reaches Pugh.
Good suggestion. There's a bit of an off the board suggestion here coming in from my man Roddy McLeod. Dave Balick. Lower Mainland lacrosse fans may know him back from the junior days with Coquitlam. But yes, great suggestion there from Rod McLeod. Dave Balick with an absolute bomb.
Claire with a shot, stick saved by Poulin.
We talked about best player from behind the net a couple of nights ago. Dan Dawson, Josh Anderson, John Tavares being listed. Now we want to know hardest shot. Get your submissions in.
Bomberry in the lead.
Yes.
Here's a shot by Noble, denied by Pugh. So Canada's now put 68 shots towards Pugh and Chiliano tonight.
I think the man from Team USA's field lacrosse, I'm trying to think of his name now. This is not good radio or broadcasting here. Right-hander, it'll come to me. I'll get it. He can crank with both hands with heat.
Oh, that guy. Here's Doby dumping it down. Hossack lost it going to the net, and Pugh comes out with a goal stick to snag it. .720 to go.
Put John Grant Jr. on the list.
He could be on a lot of lists.
Yeah, just put him on the list.
One of the best one-handed shots. That's for sure.
Iannucci getting some votes. 72 goals in the National Lacrosse League.
Dane Smith put up 72 a couple of years ago as well.
All muffins, though.
Yeah, no hard shots at all.
Matthews has a little whip on his.
I like Church, too. I've seen him absolutely hammer back some goals.
Yeah.
Some posts that have been dented. Not the biggest guy in the world, but man, can he let it rip. Here's Ben McIntosh, more surgical. Shot right on. Pugh makes a save. Sutton runs the floor the other way for England. You're laughing. What now?
Well, I just gained a message from, I don't know what it is, like 8-9-time Mann Cup champion coach Bobby Keast. It says the only thing harder than Corey Bombayer's shot was his follow-through. Well done, Keister.
Could be a breakaway opportunity for Canada, but Brian Cole's going to stop and wait for help off the bench.
I honestly think Bobby Keast might be out of fingers for Mann Cup rings. I think he's got that many. It's crazy. Kevin Brutch, there's a great selection right there. Bernie, man, could he heave it. He was doing that back on the old 4x4 nets with the Brian Highwall, the big sock in his stick. Man, could he crank. That's a great submission there. Kevin Bernie Brunch, well done.
5:30 to go in this one.
Oh, the suggestions keep coming, Brown. We got something cooking here. Caleb Toth. another.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. Niner. Most famous goal in National Lacrosse League history came from about 47 feet out. Had a little swerve on it as it got past Patty O'Toole. Win the championship for the Toronto Rock.
Speaking of champions, here's Corbeil. You still said he's going to have a goal under his belt. He doesn't yet.
Well, he's staying up for a shift of offense here, and I think this is by design here for Team Canada.
Beers also stuck out there. Canada taking their foot off the gas a bit here. Some defensive players getting some time as Matt Beers whips one home.
He says, that's it here, Carbs. Check it out.
His first international goal. Team Canada at the Worlds.
Big Matt Beers fan.
Heart and soul. Look at the guys chuckling on the bench, giving Matty Beers some love. Dixon with the feed.
Ryan Brown, that's the guy I'm thinking of for Team USA. I mean, that guy, I don't know if he's ever had a shot clocked. It is incredible, though, the way he shoots. And he can do it with both hands. That's the crazy part. Very rare. Thanks for that, Tanner.
Current players, Logan Schuss can let it rip.
Yes. I'm not laughing at
Okay.
Sorry, I don't want you to think I'm laughing at Loki's shot. I'm just getting it. I'm not going to share it on air, but yeah. I opened up a huge can of worms here. I love it.
Dane Doby with a shot right on Pugh makes a save. Church going to snag it. And I went over and back call against Doby. So points-wise, McIntosh up to 10 points. Behind him with 9 is Matthews. Dixon with 8. England looking for their first goal of this second half. First goal since the first quarter, in fact. 3:15 to go. Bunio to Walker, outside shot, misses the net. Nate Clare grabs it. Loses control. And Jason Noble, the 2017 Defensive Player of the Year in the NLL.
Yeah. People forget about that.
Underrated.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. But, like, you have to be really special to win the Player of the Year defensively in the National Lacrosse League. And Jason Noble's got that on his resume. Can't take it off.
Yeah, second overall in 2013. Here's the 2018 Defender of the Year, Hossack. Staying out for a shift on offense. Light shot towards Pugh. 2:30 to go in this one. Canada has 72 shots on Chiliano.
I think more telling is that England has 16, Brandon. I mean, that's a quarter's worth on an average night.
Colville to the far side. Jeffries drops it back for Cuber with 7 on the shot clock. Now Walker from the outside. Pump fake. Sharp angle shot. Misses Poulin. Shot clock sounds with just over 2 to play.
2 minutes to go. It's going to be the Iroquois Nationals and Team Canada Lacrosse for the 5th time going for gold here at the World Championships. It'll be England and USA going for bronze.
Canada and Iroquois for a 5th straight tournament.
Corbeil out for another shift of offense here, Brent. Time running out.
Setting some screens here for Doby.
They want to get Corbeil the ball. They turn it over, though. And Rowe just take it to the rack, big boy.
Tyson Rowe didn't have any room to let it go. Hits Bunio off the bench, rips one wide.
See if Corbeil comes back out the front gate here for another shift. Not yet.
Well, he's standing there.
He's standing up front. Uh-oh.
And now a steal by Sam Clare. Shoots and scores. England on the board with just over a minute to go.
Well done, Sam Clare. Good job. That's got to feel good for the local product. Scoring against his home country. Playing for Team England.
Nice steal. Read it perfectly out of the stick of Hope. That'll be an unassisted goal for Sam Clare, who scored the game winner last night against Israel.
Pooh Bear, another suggestion for Craig Stevenson. We got that one in. Under
30 seconds to go. 21-4 is the score.
Well, thank you all for tuning in here on Semifinal Thursday. Thanks for all the submissions for hardest shot in lacrosse ever. Some great submissions there. And we'll keep it going. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the World Championships. Here's Corbeil. Maybe one more chance.
I don't think he's going to try.
Take it to the goal, Corbs. Come on. No, not going to do it. Costa Rica, Mexico at 10:30 tomorrow morning from the Fieldhouse. Can't wait for that one, Brando.
Yeah, these teams will have a day off tomorrow. Canada punches their ticket to the gold medal game Saturday night against the Iroquois Nationals. It'll be England and USA for the bronze. The final score, Canada 21, England 4, shots on goal 72-17.
Convincing, dominating performance here for Team Canada. No surprise they get past England and advance to the gold medal game against the Iroquois Nationals, as the two teams will shake hands here. It'll be England and USA in the bronze, Canada and Iroquois in the finals, as Mike Poulin waving to some youngsters here down in the crowd. I'm not sure if those are his kids or not. Might be. I think they are.
And for the fans that have tuned in tonight, that couldn't make it tonight, I suggest you get here Saturday night. We love when you tune in on the broadcast, but this could be, Jake, I'm going on a limb saying, the biggest international game in British Columbia lacrosse history, Saturday night, 8 p.m. at Langley Event Center.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. You can go back to the Nations in 1980, but I think this one will trump that one. And the barn should be rocking here at the Langley Event Center come Saturday night for bronze and gold medal action. We'll have it all for you. But another full slate of games coming up tomorrow here from the World Championships. Day 9, Friday, from Langley. Comes up tomorrow. We get going at 10:30 Pacific time. Catch them all right here on TFSE TV and Lax Sports Network. For our entire production crew here at the Langley Event Center, big up job as always, fellas. For Brandon Astle, I've been Jake Elliott, and for the fastest game on 2 feet. And for the creator, we'll talk to you tomorrow for the World Championships here in Langley.